maybe we should try and get some work done.
Maybe we should.
Nothing like law enforcement to put a damper on the evening.
Garcia means well.
It's obvious he's got a crush on you.
Oh, are you worried about a little competition?
Oh, you want my opinion?
No.
Scanlon residence.
Hi, Julie. It's me. Glad to see you back with the people who love you. Sorry I can't be with you at our special time, but I'm thinking about you. Who's that?
Craig Cooper.
You're kidding.
He called to celebrate our anniversary. Like some kind of holiday to him.
Listen, there is no way that Greg Cooper can ever get you again. Garcia was right about one thing. You're safe. All right?
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Home. Yes, home. You know, I've got rounds at 6 a.m., but, you're doing great, so just keep it up.
Thank you, I am. Wait, whoa. I really want to thank you. I appreciate all the help. I think this is working. This is great. Thanks.
Oh, sweetheart, you're welcome, and I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay.
Now, keep breathing, keep meditating, and, don't think about you-know-who.
No, don't say it. Okay, bye. Ta. Ta. I'm owned out. I'm all owned out. I can't do this. Oh, Doc, what have you done to me? You ask me for a date, and then you stand me up. What if something's really wrong? Wait a minute. What if the killer is still on the loose? We know the killer hasn't been caught. What if something's happened to my dog? It's so busy. It's so busy. Something really is wrong.
What, Mary? What?
Don't be so sweet, Victor. You get my hopes up.
Mary, I am a man who has seen many visions in my lifetime, but none so lovely as the one before me now. Please do not think for a moment that I could play the cavalier with you.
I was thinking that I wasn't completely honest with you when I said I preferred solitude. I would like you to be in my life, Victor.
I would like that very much. Now, I don't want to overstay my welcome. I think I should leave on a high note, and this is a very high note.
But you have no place to stay now that you've set Lucy and Kevin up in the lighthouse. Stay here.
Well, your sofa is very comfy. I like that.
I wasn't talking about the sofa.
Mary, I am aware of your strong beliefs, and you need feel under no obligation to... Was it the fireworks creme brulee?
I'd say the fireworks started long before the creme was ever brulee.
Pardon me.
No, it was my fault.
There's some champagne left. Would you like a little more?
No, thanks, I don't. Oh, no! Oh, my gosh, I'm so stupid.
No,
I'm
it's
so
all right.
sorry.
It's all right.
No, it was my fault.
It's a little.
I'm sorry.
It's only a...
I'm sorry.
psychiatrist. I should know my own mind, but I can't say why I did that.
Would it shock you if I said I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner?
Lucy?
Doug, hi. Thank goodness you're all right.
Well, of course I am.
Kevin?
I thought you were meeting me tonight.
What? I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
A mistake. Just ignore me. Just pretend I wasn't even here.
Lucy?
On top of the morning to you, me boyo. The fine broth of a day. The sun is shining, and the final fall foliage is a glorious riot of orange and red.
I hadn't noticed.
Ah, still caught up in the afterglow of last night. Huh?
Aftershock is more like it. Victor, I thought you would learn not to interfere anymore.
Why, I beg your pardon. I handcrafted a romantic reunion so that it fell right in your lap. Why, are you telling me that you proved true the old saying about you can lead a horse to water?
There were 2 fillies prancing around the corral last night.
Who?
Eve showed up for dinner. Lucy showed up for dessert.
This patient's way overdue for a CAT scan.
You've been gone way too long if you think Ace is a patient. Welcome back, you.
Oh, thank you so much. You don't know how good it is to be here, although I admit to a few butterflies.
That's just a symptom of too much downtime.
Yeah, in a few hours you're going to be as exhausted as the rest of us, and everything will be back to normal.
Oh, sounds like heaven.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I have an avalanche of accumulated mail and messages for you. I love having my maid of honor back, so I can just dump on her, you know?
Yeah, thanks. Well, this looks festive. There's no return address?
Yeah, it's an invitation to a Halloween party. I got one, too.
Who's it from?
Mine didn't say.
That's unusual. Halloween, huh? This time last year, Greg Cooper took me hostage, and when I heard his voice last night...
Wait, you had contact with Cooper?
Yeah. He called to say he hadn't forgotten me.
A phone call is as close as that Fruit Loop is ever going to get to you again.
No wonder you're on edge. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should take a couple more days.
No! The best thing for me is to get back to work.
Okay. All right. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Hey, why don't we go over a few cases together?
Yeah.
There's a really interesting case of degenerative neuropathy in 717.
Lead on.
Okay. You know, those places have been invaded by ghouls and goblins, but none of them are out to catch you.
Oh. You can be my bodyguard anytime, buddy.
No, I know.
Oh! Relax, it's just a fake spider. Julie, I heard you were back. Yes, I am. And this time, I intend to stay.
Before I can apologize, Monk, I need to understand. I do confess I did send Lucy an invitation.
Which was way out of line, and you know it.
Can we discuss your problems with rigidity another time? Exactly how did Eve get in the way?
I invited Eve to the lecture at the hospital, but somehow she showed up here, dressed to the nines.
Meaning that Lucy showed up at the lecture?
I don't know, Victor, but obviously somehow the notes got switched.
Oh, what a catastrophe. I'm mortified.
You're mortified.
I'm so sorry. I don't understand what happened.
Don't apologize to me. Lucy and Eve were the ones who were embarrassed.
Poor Lucy. I can imagine what she thought, catching you in an intimate situation with another woman.
As one who experienced a similar situation recently, I can tell you, it isn't fun.
Were the lights low?
Very.
The champagne drunk?
Almost all.
The candle's lighted.
Burning brightly. And that's when Lucy showed up.
What did she say?
Not much more than oops.
Oh, well then you could explain that there was nothing happening.
No, Victor, I didn't have the chance.
Oh, I'm never going to forgive myself. I wanted so much to bring you and Lucy together, and then now I've driven you further apart than ever.
Oh, it's you.
Hi. I guess nobody's really glad to see me anymore, huh?
Why are you so sensitive?
Well, I'm just tired of barging in where I'm not wanted. So if this is too much today, you know, or you need to do something else, that's fine. I'm history. I'm out of here,
Oh,
really.
cut it out. Come on. You're coming over here to hang out with Serena while I work on my defense.
I know, but see, if I'm crowding you, you know, if this has gotten to be all too much for you, you just tell me, because you and Serena have just meant so much to me, and if I'm jeopardizing that in any way, you tell me, okay? Go ahead.
Lucy, we're picking out Halloween costumes, right? So, what's the big deal, for crying out loud?
I just ventured into some uncharted territory last night.
What does that mean?
Well,
Lucy, did you bring the catalog?
hey, you know I would not let you down. I've got them right here.
I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, I am so glad that you're glad I'm here.
Sorry my decorations scared you. Halloween's always been my favorite holiday. Oh, it's all right. It's going to take more than a piece of plastic to frighten me away.
Okay, doctors, remember we're colleagues here.
Congratulations on your acquittal, Julie. You must be very glad to have it all behind you. Well, it won't really be over until the murder's behind bars. Gee, I gotta go. Welcome back. Thank you. Oh, that woman.
You did a great job. For a moment there, I was expecting fireworks.
I wouldn't give her the satisfaction.
Not that I blame you if you did. After the way you were stabbed in jail.
Well, didn't you hear? That was an accident. You know, with any luck, the slow wheels of justice will grind her into tiny bits the way they almost did me.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to set you up. Don't you think that person perhaps might be doing that same thing now to Eve?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
A year ago, we were all friends. Now look at us. We're each accusing the other. We're just jumpy as that spider.
And our lives are hanging by an equally thin thread.
You know what? It's time to take back control. As a welcome back present to you, no more spider. Eve went a little overboard on these decorations anyway. I don't want to go to work feeling like I'm in a mortuary.
Well, the way people keep dying around here, it already feels like that.
Don't remind me. Hey, I'll give this to Neil. He'll love it, don't you think?
Well, yeah. Joe, too. He's just an overgrown kid at heart. How are your wedding plans going? I bet you can't stop thinking about him.
Yeah. You're right, I can't.
Hey, see, you got one of those invitations.
Well, there's no name on it. Who's it from?
That's the $10,000 question.
You know what? Karen and I aren't really in the mood to go to a party anyway. She knows Neil's my son.
Was she upset?
She was more hurt, you know, that I didn't go to her and tell her first.
Women and feelings. They can't get enough of them.
I know. I explained to her that I just wanted to get my own feelings under control first before I broke the news to her.
Did she understand?
I think so. You know, she is so amazing. She's actually more concerned now about Neil and putting him first.
I should have guessed Karen would take the high ground. Although I'm sure Courtney wouldn't mind it if Karen just dumped you.
Well, that's not going to happen, Frank. Karen loves me, and I love her. And nothing in this world is going to stop me from marrying her. And Neil is not going to come between us because Karen loves that little boy as much as I do.
Joe, tell me that you're at least considering the possibility that Neil may not be your kid.
Okay, yeah, of course. But you know what? I can't deny how I feel, Frank, and it feels right. Which would explain to me why, from the beginning, I've wanted to take care of this kid.
Which is the same way you've reacted to every stray kitten you brought home since you were 5. If Courtney wanted to get you back, what better way to go about it? Huh? Think about it, Joe.